What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
After the accident,
I was stuck paying all these medical bills.
The Witherspoon Law Group understands that you didn't deserve what happened to you, but you do deserve justice.
They weren't just there for me, they fought for me.
I care about what my clients are going through. We are in the fight of their lives.
We don't just fight for you, we fight with you and make sure you get the compensation you deserve.
And that's why we do what we do. And what we do is win.
Call 844-WE-WIN-44.
Greetings. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Winning Wednesday. I definitely have a winner here today. Iris in the City is in the sweet town of Jacksonville, Florida. And I saved today's show for a very special guest, a winning woman out of Jacksonville, Miss Sherry, no other than the best realtor on this side of the world and all around, Miss Sherry Brooks. Please join us and let's welcome her in today.
Hello there, and thank you so much for having me. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Miss Cherry. And I just love cherry because everything's sweeter with a cherry on top. And I just love it because that tagline alone just tells so much about you and how you do business. So let's get into a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and so we can get into this conversation because I have a treat for the audience today and I can't wait to share this information.
Well, this is a great time to be talking about real estate. So my name is actually Cherrilyn Brooks. I do go by the name Cherry. And of course, yes, everything is sweeter with a cherry on top. So that's my tagline. I was actually born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. So I've been here most of my life. When I was in corporate America, I traveled to Savannah. I lived in Houston. Then I was transferred again and went over to Baltimore, Maryland, because I had an older grandparent that I needed to take care of. So eventually I found my way back home. I retired from my corporate job. And once I retired, I wanted to do something for me and something I was very passionate about, somewhere I can make a difference. So at the ripe age of 54, when my family and I moved back to Jacksonville, like I said, I retired and decided to branch out on my own and do something where I feel like I can make a difference in this world and leave a legacy.
Well, you are definitely making a difference in this world, in your real estate business. Let's take a quick look at your video and then we're going to dive into some exciting conversation.
I look forward to it.
Hi there. I just wanted to take a moment and send you a quick video after our phone call. This way you'll have a face now to put with the voice. My name is Cherrilyn Brooks. I do go by Cherry, and I am a local realtor in the Northeast Florida area. My license is with Exit Real Estate Gallery, best brokerage in town with an amazing team. More importantly, I wanted to say thank you so much for choosing me to partner with on your upcoming real estate needs. Now, while the process has many steps, my goal is to turn this whole process into the cherry on top of that amazing investment you're going to have at the end. Just know that I'm going to bring you my skills, I'm going to give you support, and I'm going to provide guidance along the way. Now, I'm going to do this with professionalism and a warmth that only I can bring. I'm so excited at you finding your home sweet home with Cherry. Have a great day. And once again, thank you.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Now, let's talk about what makes you unique in real estate. In a brief conversation that we had, and you and I both shared this alike, um, educating, right? It's not
Yeah.
just about someone purchasing their home. Um, you are big on educating your homeowner. So let's talk about what makes you unique in this industry.
Well, what makes me unique, I think, is my background. I remember when I purchased my first home, I was, you're young, you make some mistakes. And so I remember going to a young man with a bank and just saying, hey, take a look at my credit. And one thing, it's very scary when you ask someone to look at your credit and you haven't behaved all the time. So he did. He told me to do a few things, and so I went back in 6 months and said, "Hey, I've done one, two, three. Let me know what four, five, and six is." And I still to this day remember that feeling when he said, "Well, next step is to find your house," and I was like, "What?" And he
Wow.
said, "You need to go find a home. Here's your pre-approval letter once you get a home." And I just remember feeling accomplished, and I felt like I was a big girl at that time. But for me, it's important to educate people, not only and get you just to find a house, sign a contract. I don't like to rush my customers. It's important that they take their time because this is one of the largest investments they're going to make. Very careful to educate, to have conversations, and not just before the sale. I'm a partner even after the sale because at times people will get a home, but if you don't have that knowledge, after you purchase your home, you can make some decisions that put you in a bad situation. So, even with customers that come to me and they're not quite ready, like I wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm okay to partner with you. I'm going to check in with you every couple of months. I'm going to send you tips. I have a great partnership with one of the local lenders here. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to hold your hand. We're going to do everything but pay the bills for you. But we give you real world advice. I don't believe it's my personal choice. I don't like the quick fixes and you paying someone all this money to fix stuff. I like to educate my buyers
And
on
let's take a quick minute and talk about why you don't like the quick fix, because I don't think people understand what that quick fix is.
Well, sometimes, and you see them on the postcards when you're driving along. They say, credit repair, come on, call this number. You pay someone. And the worst feeling, and I've been there with a customer that came to me and they took that route. The worst feeling is you get all the way through inspections. You found that house, you have that great feeling inside. You're feeling like I can do this. The monthly payment is good, and there's times some people are not where they're supposed to be, and you've paid them to get things off your credit, and then you get right before closing only to find out it was only a temporary fix.
Fix. Back
And you
on there.
trusted these people, you paid them all this money, and you get a temporary fix, and now you can't close because what most people don't realize, your lender will run your credit
Mm-hmm.
initially, but
Mm-hmm.
they're going to also run your credit, what we call in the real estate world, you'll get a clear to close.
Mm-hmm.
Before you get that clear to close, which is a few days before your closing, they run your credit again. They check your employment again. And if you've sometime worked with someone who is less than honorable, that thing can pop right back up on your credit. And now you've invested time, you've invested money only to have to now do it the right way and wait again. And that's heartbreaking for my customers. So I like to spare them heartache and trouble. And let's do this the right way. I'm patient. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to give you what you need and support you. And I have patience. I believe in building relationships with people, not just get a house
Mm-hmm.
closed. Relationships are
Relationships.
important in this life.
Relationships are
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah. As we saw last
Last
night.
night, exactly. We had a
Yes.
good time networking and sharing information and
Yes. Yes.
introducing everybody to the prospective businesses. And another point about last night, I just thought it was awesome that you had your young clients who you recently helped them through their home ownership process. They were hanging out with you, and I'm
Oh my
like, she's beyond the realtor. It's almost like you eventually are going to have just a huge family, because it seems that you take your clients in as family, and that's important.
And I think, and so many people say, I'm going to do this. I really mean it. What's so funny about that couple, I initially helped them get into a rental,
Hmm.
and through no fault of their own, the homeowner sold the house.
Oh,
And so
wow.
then they called me 2 months later and was like, we have 30 days to move. So, of course, I was there. I stay in touch with my customers. I check in with them. I do what we call pop buys in the industry just to say, hey, it wasn't just for the deal. I'm here for a
Hmm.
career. So, it was no problem for them to call me back and say, hey, help, we need help. So we got them something temporary, but then I actually call them up just to say, let's go do, because one of them loves Mexican. So we went and
Hmm.
had lunch. And then they were like, hey, you feel like looking at some houses? Sure. We looked at houses. The third house was a new build,
Hmm.
and it was literally concrete. That was it. They poured the foundation, and that was in August. And last week they closed on their home, 4 bedroom, 3 bath, in a new subdivision, beautiful home. And when you say relationships, and they were hanging out with me, they needed a refrigerator picked up from where they bought it. It came with everything but the refrigerator.
Hmm.
So my husband got off work 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we went, picked up their washing machine, put it on the back of his truck, delivered it to their home, and just spent some time with them to say hi. So, and of
And
course now he has a business, so we support one another. They send you referrals, and that's a bonus. But again, I have this new relationship, and I love it. That's who I am, and that's why this is such a passion. It's a
Mhm.
calling, and I know this is where I'm supposed to be because it is more than just a deal. It is truly education, empowering, and building relationships.
Well, that's more than, I mean, you go above and beyond. And now I'm sitting here getting sunken in because I'm like, well, when I bought my house, I called the lady to ask one question after. Since I purchased, she was like, I'm nothing. So, I am overwhelmed with just excitement for the clients that's to come for you, just because of the experience they're going to have. And I'm sure they're going to walk away not only with a home, but with knowledge that can take them and the next generation that they bring, just going to take them far. And so you sell homes. How do you feel about selling to young people, like people under 30, but maybe renting, spending $1,200 to $1,500 a month on rent, but they may say, I don't have any children. I don't want that responsibility. I'm good in my apartment, but it's $1,500 a month. What kind of advice do you give to the young people in those situations? And it's not only young people, but I come across a lot of young people that's renting, and I ask, is it a reason why you want to stay a renter? And those are some of the reasons that they give me.
Well, I've always said if you give me just a few minutes talking to someone, I normally, they're a customer for life, number one. But when people say things like that, I let them know that when you purchase a home, whether it be a condominium, a townhouse, something that you actually own, that's the beginning of building generational wealth. So it's such an important thing, not just for you where you are now, but even looking towards the future, because instead of giving someone else and their family a leg up, you don't have to have, if let's say you don't want the responsibility of a home. I've heard people say, well, I don't want to cut grass, I don't want to have to fix this, that, and the other. I
Hmm.
have an amazing list of vendors, and that's what's so important when you have choose a really good realtor. I don't just sell you a house. When you have a plumbing need, you give me a call. When you are ready to sell again and buy something new, you give me a call. But what's important is you're owning. My family, what we want to do with our 4 children is everyone have a home, and we've told them you can live in the house, you can rent it out and have passive income, or you can sell it and get that one time, but it is yours and that you can build upon. And that's what I try to let people know. It's more than just a purchase today, because someone is buying, someone is creating wealth for their family. Why not let it be you? Let me show you how we can look at your rent. I bring my calculator, I bring my handouts. I have an amazing home buyer and home sellers book. So even if you buy and you decide to be a property owner, there
Okay.
are just so many options when you say, well, I really, I'm too young. There's so many options You don't have to live in it. I mean, I prefer you live in it and put that $1,600 towards that mortgage, pay that off. You own that, you rent it out, or you sell it. And right now in this market, I know everyone has heard it's a seller's market, it's a seller's market. So just to be able to educate, and again, that's part of what makes me different. It's important that you educate. It's not just about that rent payment, it's looking at how much you are paying. I use the example of the home that we're living in now.
Hmm.
My mortgage, we pay a mortgage of about $1,100 a month. There's a gentleman down the house sold to an investor. That same house is being rented for $2,200 a month.
Hmm.
And I'm like, so you can own at half, or you can rent and pay
And
double what I'm
double.
while
Hmm.
I'm buying this, and I'm going to leave this for my family or leave this for a relative, whatever you decide to do. But it's like you're throwing money away. So I try to impress upon them there's still options if you don't want to just buy a whole house. Condominiums are very popular right now because people love that life. I have about three condos that are under contract right now. So there are other options other than a single family home.
Okay, so that Miss, I'm telling you, Miss Cherry, you putting it on top for us today, and I really appreciate it.
And
Um,
just a thing before you move on, the couple that bought the house,
mhm.
like I said, 4 bedroom, 3 bath, brand new 2-story home, large. They have one of the largest lot in their subdivision that's still being built. They're 25 and 26 years old.
I met them, and I
Yeah,
was like, wow,
yeah,
that's amazing. I'm glad you all are getting off, and your foundation is strong, and you have a great support. But the fact that you keep a resource directory for your homeowners is another, step above, and to show why you are the number one realtor to go to in Jacksonville. Like, what? Who else is doing that? And it's Women's History Month, and I'm loving all of the empowerment and the women that I'm interviewing and just meeting daily. I talked to so many last night, um, and it's just
yeah,
amazing. And I just commend you on your service, because one thing we hear is we can't do business with each other. We can't, support other Black businesses. Yes, we can.
yes.
Here's a realtor in Jacksonville, Florida, ready to put you in your dream home. Tell everyone how they can get in touch with you.
Well, the easiest way to get in touch with me, I have a website. It's my personal website. Now, my license is under Exit Real Estate Gallery, but the name of my company, because I am a business owner, a professional business
A
owner.
professional business
Yes.
owner.
And my website is www.sweethomesales, and that's Sales by Cherry, and that is Cherry with an I. So it's www.sweethomesalesbycherry.com. I have that same name on Instagram. Thank you so much for bringing that up. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. So it's I want to have my name out there because, again, I can help you. It may not be where you can buy today, it may not be tomorrow, it may be 6 months, but I can tell you you'll be partnering with someone who will be there with you over the long haul.
Well, I'm sold. So let's get off a script for a minute, and let's talk about, because we have a few people viewing that have actually thought about relocating to Jacksonville. So they're
Yes.
thinking about relocating to Jacksonville. Um, let's talk about what are some, like, the top three things you like to do in Jacksonville.
Eat.
Okay, what's your favorite eating spot?
Actually, there's a Mexican restaurant down on Riverside, and of course, it's gone past me right now. That's a favorite place I'll go, and I'll get the name of it. But it's down on 2200 Riverside Avenue. I can tell you the address to it, but I'll tell you we get to sit there, and I love being out on the river. Um, I'm still old school, so of course I remember the days of having a landing. The museum. Oh my gosh, we have so many museums here. And of course, I'm getting back into fitness, and we would walk across one bridge and go across the other. But my all-time favorite thing to do in Jacksonville is to go to, I'm a season ticket holder for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Um,
Oh,
yes.
that's fun.
Yes, and another good thing by being a season ticket holder, and we have a pair of tickets. So there's times that my customers say, "Hey, I'm this fan, I'm that fan." There's nothing they, and I'm just like the regular fan, so I'm gonna say this is their year. And I know we say that every year, but
Hmm.
this is their year. So
Okay,
I would
Jacksonville
say
Jaguars.
the Jack. Oh my gosh, yes. There's nothing like the experience, and they are doing. They're gonna get. This is their year.
This
Um,
it. This the year right here.
this
This
is
it.
the year, and
2022.
I'm
We'll
very
see next year.
excited. But
We
I'll
won't.
tell you,
I
and the
won't get into
last,
competition with you and tell you who my team is and all that. I'll
it's.
just stay on the Jaguar side right
But
now. But
I always told people, come on, even because one of my friends is Pittsburgh. Whoever your team is, I
that's
would
my
say,
team. You said it. The Steelers. I'm a Steelers girl.
I can kind of see that. But yeah, I'll grab them or I share my tickets. If it's a couple, I'll share my tickets and let them take advantage of going.
That's nice.
Because, of course, Saturdays and Sundays for real estate, those are work days. But I love those opportunities where I can go and check out a game. And yes, I am a true fan. I'm there cheering, screaming, almost jumping out of my seats. But I think it's important just to take advantage. And I said eating, but the other thing I love is, oh my God, I love the beach. I love
Yes.
the beach. There's just so much that Northeast Florida
Mhm.
holds for people, and we are just that place where everyone wants to come now. I have so many customers coming from California, coming from New York City, and of course,
Mhm.
strangely coming from North Carolina. Um, you literally can do just about anything. I love the theater, so I know you said three, but there's just so much,
So
and
much.
I'm one of those people. I put things on the calendar and I make it happen. So I stay at the beach when I can. I definitely check out the Jaguar games, but I love theater and I love supporting. There are a couple of small groups that are working on big things. So there is a theater. So we'll go and we watch plays and we support local artists.
Okay, well, all of that sounds exciting. So, if you're thinking about relocating to Jacksonville, you definitely want to reach out to Miss Cherry Brooks because you will not get a better experience. Her customer service is stellar. She's very personable and she cares about her clients. So, if we have viewers that are thinking about home ownership and calling you, can you tell us the documents or what you would need them to have ready for you to give them a consultation?
Well, for me, it's a conversation,
Okay.
and my treat. And I can do virtual tour, depending on someone's comfort level. I always match what someone wants. So I love, like I say, I like to eat. So for me, it's like let's grab lunch or let's grab a dinner, or if you're busy, let's grab coffee and let's sit and talk real estate. Now, I partner with a lender, so I always say, hey, if you have Credit Karma or one of those, it's inexpensive. While it's not an exact science, so before anyone beats me up, I know it just kind of gives us a starting point to have a
Exactly.
discussion with me, but then I will kind of talk with them, and depending on their personality and what I gain from having an interaction, I partner them with my lender. Now they talk with
Okay.
the lender because again, it's important that you build relationships. I don't want to just say, "Hey, call this person." So I make that introduction. I give the lender a little bit of information about them, and after I do that, I connect the two parties, and then I also follow up and make sure my customer is taken care of because anyone that I partner with, I want to make sure they have that same spirit, that same relationship building. So I don't just tell you to call them and drop them off. I follow up to make sure how was that experience. So with me, you just meet with me, and just like you and I are having a conversation today, like we had a conversation last night, and we talk about the process. I do have a home buyer's guide, and it is free. So even if you're just thinking about it, reach out to me. I definitely love to share my phone number because the guide is free. You can call me. I will meet you. I will email it to you. I will text it to you, drop it off, or however you want. We do virtual. I can do virtual tours. So I really am very accommodating. This is my full time career, and it's nothing I have to do. I love what I do, and I
It's a
consider it an honor to
lifestyle
help
for
people.
you. It's
It
definitely
is,
a
and once you
lifestyle for
find
you.
that thing that you're passionate about, you do it for free. And so, and there are
Eh,
times I might not be able to help in a certain situation, but
mhm.
I will refer you to someone that I know you're going to be in good hands. So for me, only thing you will bring is yourself. and tell me what you like. And, and I can ask the conversation, and it's very non-confrontational, because I want people to feel comfortable and for us to have the conversations. Because for me as the realtor, I want to know, what are you looking for? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? What side of town are you interested in? And then I can share the resources, put you on my website, find homes specifically towards what you want, and help you get towards that, finding that home sweet home. So just an open mind and ability to have a conversation with me. I'll do all the hard lifting.
Well, thank you so much for giving us a quick overview of your business and how you give out all of this extraordinary customer service. I can't say enough about the education. The things that you do to educate your clients are just amazing to me. But thank you for taking time out of your busy day. Please, if you are in the Jacksonville area or thinking about relocating, please reach out to Miss Cherry, because you will not get a better experience, because no one else comes with a cherry on the top.
There you go. And of
So,
course, everything is better with a cherry on the top.
everything is better with a cherry on the top. So thank you for joining us today. This will be your episode of Iris in the City. We look forward to next week. All of you amazing women, we're still celebrating Women History Month. Stay positive, lift up another sister, and may you have a winning rest of your week.
And thank you so much.
After the accident,
I was stuck paying all these medical bills.
The Witherspoon Law Group understands that you didn't deserve what happened to you, but you do deserve justice.
They weren't just there for me, they fought for me.
I care about what my clients are going through. We are in the fight of their lives.
We don't just fight for you, we fight with you, and make sure you get the compensation you deserve.
And that's why we do what we do. And what we do is win.
Call 844-WE-WIN-44.
SM Marketing Communications is not only a marketing communications company. They also provide web content management, social media marketing, video and audio production, advertising, not-for-profit marketing management, and community outreach and engagement. Want to learn more about SM Marketing Communication? Call area code 314-339-7662. That's 314-339-7662. That's SM Marketing Communication.